One of the main reasons I'm noticing that why people aren't getting their UGC deals is simply because of their pitching. When they read to me some of their pitches, I'm thinking, I wouldn't even hire you. Today on Money Making Mondays, we learning how to pitch. Hey y'all, for those who do not know, my name is Crystal Williams Foster, and I'm a previously single mom. I paid off all my debt and quit my 9-to-5 by launching an online business, and now I have the opportunity to come and teach women, hopefully other moms, how to make money outside of their 9-to-5s. And we are still in our UGC series, our user generated content series, which is a way that I'm teaching other women and other moms how to make money online, which is something that I've been doing since 2018, where I pretty much make content, I sell it to the brands, and you don't need any followers to get started. So if you're new here, subscribe, like, but most importantly, go back. Watch the entire series on how to even get started with UGC, because you don't need any followers and you can start making thousands very soon. Watch the series. For those who are returning, welcome. I've missed y'all. I know. I'm supposed to be coming up with videos every single week, but just know your girl has been very busy. But I'm here and we're going to discuss pitching, because pitching, believe it or not, is one of the main reasons how I really got started, because nobody was checking for me. Brands was not sliding into my DMs saying, hey, can we book you? No. But I had to put myself out there. And what people don't realize is that you can make more money. We're going to let that siren go by. I live in the city. You can make more money every single month with UGC if you know how to pitch. But pitching isn't just saying, hey, can I work for you? I'm so tired of seeing those emails of, hey, I'm a UGC creator. Can I create some content for you? No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No one's going to hire you. You need to show them, most importantly, how much money you can make them, or how much traffic you can drive to a brand for them to want to work with you as a UGC creator. Notice, I never said how good your content will cause them to want to work with you, or how beautifully, aesthetically pleasing your content is will get them to work with you. No, none of that matters. The question is, can you deliver? Can you speak to our audience and make us money? Let's jump right into this, because y'all know I'll be talking for a minute. So the two ways that I pitch in regards to UGC is via email as well as Instagram DM. My Twitter DMs, I have done negotiations and some pitching, but it wasn't me pitching the brand. It was the brand pitching me on Twitter, and I just responded, follow up, and got the deal that way. But as far as my initial pitches is usually on Instagram as well as on emails. In emails. You guys know what I'm saying. If you guys didn't notice, normally it's daytime. This is my first time shooting content at night. I can't wait to see how the aesthetic looks. I hope I look decent. I've been playing with my kids all day, my son and my godson, so I'm a little rough looking, but I knew I could not let tonight go by without recording this, because I didn't upload last Monday. And I know y'all need these gems on pitching, because I've been doing so many one-on-ones. One of the main reasons I'm noticing that why people aren't getting their UGC deals is simply because of their pitching. When they read to me some of their pitches, I'm thinking, I wouldn't even hire you. So let's learn how to do this correctly once and for all. So let's start with email pitches. First thing first, when you're pitching via email, you have to make sure that your subject line will get them to open the email. Remember, if they don't open the email, they're never going to even read what your body has to say. You have to get them to open the email. And what you have to understand is brands have so many people trying to pitch them every single day. So you have to make sure you stand out. And this is something that I cover in my pitching guide. I go over key ways to get them to open the email. So I list out some examples on what you can use as a subject for your emails that'll help you stand out and make them say, maybe I should open this. Because if they don't open it, you're never gonna get paid. So first thing first, before you actually write the subject line, you need to go back and do your research. In my pitch guide, I tell you guys need to become a detective on the first 48.
This is double pane soundproof glass. There's no way that neighbor could have heard Pedactor scream on the way down with that door shut. The scream she heard came from inside this apartment before he was thrown over the balcony, and the murderer closed the door before he left.
I'm talking about you need to know who is the business owner. When was the business started? What do they stand for? What do they believe? What charities do they actually donate to? Show them that you've actually done your research and that you're interested and invested into them as a company. By doing your research, it shows that you've taken the time to see who they are. And that's the first and foremost reason why you are even pitching them. Now, all of the content that you actually derive from research, you're going to use that content and tie it in somehow to pretty much say, I'm a UGC creator and I want to create content for you, but in more of a strategic, customized way. We don't copy and paste in UGC. If you do that, you're never going to get a brand, okay? For them to work with you, you need to stand out. And the first way to stand out is to customize. To customize based off of doing your research and making it show that not only can I create the content, but the content I'm going to create for you is going to help you grow and possibly even increase in sales. One example of a great subject line is, I used your, let's say, body wash. I used your body wash and now I'm emailing you. And not just body wash. You need to name the body wash. I used your mango scrub body wash last week and now I'm emailing you. If you're a brand, mind you, I run multiple businesses. If someone emails me and says, I tried your workout plan last week and now I had to email you, I'm opening that email because I care to know what my customers think about my products and services. Also, I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope everything was okay. Hold on. I live in the city. Bear with me, guys. That's going to happen very often. The rift raft is real around here. So you have to understand that as a brand owner, if someone's emailing me about a specific product, it's also possible that something went wrong, something they didn't like, and I want that feedback. So I'm going to open that email. Remember, the ultimate goal here is to say what will cause them to open the email. And I go over so many examples in my guide. So if you need help with formulating different subject lines, you definitely want to grab my pitch guide, which I'll link below. So that way you can just pretty much rotate these different subject lines from time to time. And that's all I do. I rotate the same ones from time to time, depending on the brand and the niche and so forth. But here's some other examples you guys can use for your subject lines. I saw that you donated $500,000 to the YMCA, and so I had to email you. There. The fact that someone took the time to realize that I donated as a brand or a company, that we donate to, let's say, the homeless or whatever, that means you read an article somewhere, or maybe you went on my page in the About Me page to get this information. Whatever it is, you took the time. I don't even think you're about to pitch me on UGC. In my mind, oh, wow. Yeah, we did donate. Let's see what they have to say. Another example. You are making a huge mistake with your new mango scrub conditioner. Once you have them open the email, from there, we work on the body, okay? We have to be concise, as you just saw in that example. We don't say much about ourselves other than that we're a UGC content creator. And then we go into how we can help and benefit them, and we paint a great picture. For the step-by-step in regards to what goes on each sentence, you really should download the guide, because I go into the 10 sentences that should be used and how they should be used in the email format. But let's go into another email example so I can show you again how concise but impactful it can be, where it pretty much says, I'm only going to give you a little bit, but most importantly, I'm going to help you get the bag. I have my tablet here so I can read from the tablet. Let's start with the subject line of the email. So before they even opened the email, before we go into the body, so you can kind of see how those 10 sentences are really played out, what did they actually read first? Here we go. And the subject line says, I read your article in Pop Sugar and I had to email you. So already the brain is thinking, you took the time to read the article and then you took the time to send me an email after reading the article. Again, if the brand cares, they will open these types of emails. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what if they don't? But do you really want to work for a brand that doesn't care what you think about something that they were interviewed on? Think about that. Okay. They open it after I wrote that in the subject line, and it says, hello team, reading that my period can make me powerful is a phrase I never had associated with my period. My name is Crystal and I'm a UGC creator who creates amazing content for one-of-a-kind brands that stand for something. August is that type of brand, and I would love to create a few videos showing how powerful my period can be using your pads. I'm thinking a TikTok video where I show an unboxing, unwrapping the pad, throwing the wrapper in the trash, and then going to the gym to work out to show how powerful I can be even on my period. I would have a voiceover from the time the unboxing starts mentioning who August is, what August stands for, why I love supporting a brand who believes my period is powerful, and how if more people thought this way, we could change so many people's disposition regarding periods. Please let me know who I can speak with regarding this opportunity. That was only 10 sentences. I said nothing much about myself other than I create content for brands that stand for something. And I painted an illustration of what I can do for their brand on TikTok, and they're huge on TikTok. So just something to really think about, guys. The 10 sentences, make them concise. And if you need that breakdown in regards to what goes in each sentence, go below, grab my pitch guide. It will change your life. The only things you're focusing on when you're pitching via email is concise, customization, and does it convert, and show them that you can bring in sales or traffic. If it doesn't have those three things, don't send it. It's not going to get opened. And if it does, they're not going to respond to you. Now for DMs, if you're pitching on Instagram DMs, it will be even more concise. And since there's no subject line, I would tie it into the DM just so it kind of gives that hook and that pop at the initial reading of the DM. And so I'm going to read you an example of how the DM would read. Hi, August. I read your article in Pop Sugar that my period is powerful, and I just wanted to say thank you. And I would love to create TikTok content that says just that and more with using your pads. My name is Crystal, and I'm a UGC creator, and I would love to create content for a brand who stands for something. I'm thinking a TikTok video of Come to the Gym with Me, period edition, and it would be me showing how powerful I can be even on my period while I'm working out at the gym and wearing my August pad. As I'm working out, on the screen will pop up different reasons why I wear an August pad to the gym. And the last reason will be because I'm powerful, just like my period. Please let me know who I can speak with regarding this message. Same message, but more concise. And this is what I teach in the guide. How to be concise, how to be direct, how to illustrate what you can do so that it can show them that you can convert more traffic and more sales for them. It has nothing to do with you. Now, after I pitch them, if they open my DM or if they read my email, because I do have a tracker that shows me if they open my emails as well as if they click any links inside of my email, okay? I then pitch them a certain way because now I know that you've seen what I had to offer and obviously you didn't respond. So now I'm gonna try to get that response out of them, okay? Now, if they have not seen my email or if they have not seen my DM, I do still follow up within 3 to 5 days, mostly 3, 4 maybe, but I do still follow up. But how I follow up after it's been seen is a little bit different. So let's cover that because again, most of the other ways that I follow up can be found in my pitch guide. But here's an example of how I follow up after I know, because I have my tracker, which will all be covered in that guide. Now that I know that they've opened it, as well as Instagram probably have said seen at the bottom. So here's how I would respond or repitch them or follow up. Was there something that I said that would not work for your brand? If so, I'm flexible and would be willing to create what you think might be a better version to get your message across to your audience. Let me know where I fell short. I'm flexible and I really want to work and help you since your brand is making such a huge difference in the world. And I just want to know how I can help and serve your brand. So, and you don't have to put your brand, you can actually put the name of the company. But the follow-up email again is very concise, but again, it's reminding them, I'm here to help. And I care. And I care about your brand because you care about making a difference. Now, sometimes you're going to get the response that, hey, thank you so much for following up. Because I'll be honest, sometimes I get a response only after I follow up, right? And usually it's because they're busy. I really do believe that. And they'll say, well, hey, thank you so much for following up, or thank you so much for reaching out, but we don't have the budget. Or I can send you the content, but it has to be a gifted collab. And I will tell you that most of the money that I made doing UGC, especially when I first started off, was from gifted collabs, but I used negotiation tactics. And this is the next stage of what my pitching guide covers. It not only teaches you how to pitch via Instagram DM or even emails, it also goes into negotiations because trust me, they're gonna try to get your work for free. And my thing is this, as long as I got you to open that email and that DM, I'm going to get you to pay me because I've already done the hard part. The hard part was getting you to respond. Now that I have your attention, if the only thing you're offering me is a free opportunity, I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it and I'm going to make sure I walk out with some extra money in pocket for my content creation. Now, mind you, do I do this now heavily? Probably no, but I would say probably once or twice a month versus almost most of my deals when I first started UGC. Again, if you don't have the time or the bandwidth to create free content or gifted collabs, then don't do it. But if you have the time or if you know you're trying to hit a goal, then you might want to take on some of these and learn how to negotiate so you can turn these free gifted collabs into paid collabs. And again, if you need help with this, this is what my pitching guide covers. An example of a negotiation tactic that I once used, I posted it on Twitter and you guys loved it. I'm going to go ahead and include it here so you guys can see. I always say, take the gifted collab. I did the work. I submitted the work that they asked for, but I also went above and beyond and I created additional videos. Now, the videos that I created, I made sure that they were high converting videos, where if you see these videos, you're going to say, oh, that was good. And it's usually in a format that I think I'm best at, which to me is doing skits. I love doing skits. They're not for every brand, but I do like playing multiple characters because my creativity really gets to shine. And so by doing a skit, which is something usually they never ask for, by me submitting that above and beyond of what they asked for the gifted collab, I submit it with a watermark and I pretty much say, I went ahead and I created this because I know you didn't ask for it, but I really think that this can drive more sales and really get more eyes on your products. Let me know what you think, and if you want to buy it, here's the price. And from there, once they view the content, it's kind of hard to sit back and say, no, it's okay, thank you, but we're not going to take that, because the content is so great and I make sure the content that I create is high converting. And this is just one way that I get paid for my free collabs that come through via email or DM. And if you need more ways to negotiate, because trust me, there's plenty more, you want to definitely grab that pitch guide. Now, the next question that you guys have for me in regards to pitching was, Crystal, after you pitch, after they say yes, how do you actually take the payment? I personally like to use Stripe. So I've downloaded the Stan store. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. I'll link it below. It has all of my products and services for UGC. And I swear by Stan. Now, this is not a sponsored YouTube, but when I tell you I had Linktree since 2019. I had Linktree since 2019. I came over to Stan in 2022 and it has changed my life. One, it takes all of your payments. So anything that you need to get paid for, it can do it for you, first and foremost. Invoicing, if you need to send that invoice for UGC, it can do it for you. Everything you need is all in one. If you have a URL that you need them to go to, it can do it for you. My UGC intake form, whenever a brand wants to work with me in regards to UGC, allows me to house a form for them to even fill out for me to go ahead and get started to work with them. Any Amazon links, I can put it there. Any affiliate links, I can put it there. Any courses, digital downloads, you name it, I can put it in my Stan store. And not only that, but it's aesthetically beautifully pleasing. So if you need an all-in-one system to not only take payments, but sell whatever you need to sell or link whatever you need to link, you have to download the Stan store. If you're going to be selling UGC, you should really have a Stan store link inside your bio. It can even house your portfolio. So that link to your portfolio can be part of your Stan store. It could be the first thing brands see, as well as any other things that you want to link. So do yourself a favor, use the link below, download Stan today. This way you can start receiving payments, sending those invoices, and so much more. Like I said, this is not sponsored, but from going from Linktree from 2019 to 22, just know this, it had to be huge for me to want to leave Linktree because I had been with Linktree so long. One of the other biggest things that I loved about the Stan store was the analytics. Oh my gosh. You can literally see who's clicked the link, how many people clicked the link, what drove the traffic to that link, and so much more. So if you're really serious about your UGC journey and your business, you should really invest in a Stand store. They even give a free trial. So I want to say the first 14 days, you get to enjoy a free trial. I will link that below. And lastly, you guys asked me, Crystal, how do we find emails? If we want to pitch, how will we even find the emails? So one of the ways that I recommend to find emails is hunter.io. If you use hunter.io, you can find any email that you want for that business. So if you need the PR person, a social media person, hunter.io can help you find all of that information. And that sums up pitching for UGC, guys. I'm telling you, if you don't master how to pitch and how to create content that converts, you're not going to be successful in UGC. And also, you want to make sure you know how to negotiate, because trust me, once you get their attention, once they open that email or they DM and they respond, if you have their attention, take it and then upsell them. I hope this has been amazing content for you guys. If so, please give me a thumbs up and like, but most importantly, share it. Now, as always, I want to leave you guys with a prayer, because as we know, faith without works is dead, period. And at the end of the day, you can do all of the work that you want, but you cannot replace the work of God. And so one thing I don't want you guys to ever mistake this channel for, even my growth for, is that I work so hard and that's how I got here. Because trust and believe, my work was only a fraction of it. God's hand, his covering, and his blessing over my life has really put me where I am today. I just get up and show up and say, hey, how you want to use me today? And then I do that work. But most importantly, he's put me here. So bow your heads and close your eyes. Dear Lord, Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for the opportunity yet and again to come in front of you and your children. I don't take it lightly, God. Every time you give me the opportunity and the platform to bless them with the things that I've learned, Father, I just thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done in my life, but all the things that you're going to do in their lives, God. You said that when 2 or 3 are gathered, that you will be in the midst, Father. So I just pray that since I have multiple people gathered right now watching this video, Father, that you're in the midst and that you are going to bless all of those who are present, Father. Financially, spiritually, and physically, God. Show up for them, God. Show up for them the way you showed up for me, Father. You are the God of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, Father. And I know that if you did it for me, you can do it for them. So I'm coming on their behalf, Father, to say, we need you. We need you to show up, and we need you to show out, God. Continue to push them down this path of financial stability. Continue to push them down this path of wanting to do the work, God, and continue to let that little fire that's there, God, no matter how small it may be, continue to ignite that fire for them to have a desire to want financial stability, to be debt-free, God, to want to be able to wake up every day and not owe anybody, God. So I pray, Father, that you keep them steadfast, you keep them on this path, God, but that you show up for them the way you showed out for me, Father. I thank you for my brothers and my sister and everyone else that I get to encourage and uplift, Father. Thank you for the opportunity again. And I pray, Heavenly Father, that everyone who's listening under the sound of my voice will be blessed. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God, it's so hard to close your eyes and come back from that and all the light that's here. Thank you guys so much again for following, for subscribing, but for most importantly, for showing up. You don't have to show up. You don't have to watch my channel. You don't have to leave comments, but you guys do. And I really appreciate it. And I just pray that someone's being blessed. And when you guys tell me, oh my God, this video has blessed me, thank you so much, I'm always so grateful. Don't let fear hold you back and you get started. Thank you again. I'll see you guys next Monday.